What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, Hybrid, coming at you with a different kind of video today. You see, I woke up this morning and found all this drama on my Twitter. It's about somebody who wanted to do their own private, kind of fan event tournament thing in a game and franchise that I love called Halo. And if you play Halo, if you like Halo franchise or whatever, feel free to comment down below. And if you ever want to join me in the games, feel free to join me. I play on Twitch. I also play offline, so I'm mostly available to play on most days. But anyway, there's a lot of drama about a Halo influence. I won't say Halo influencer. I'll say a Halo face in the Halo community, and she's been facing a lot of backlash and negative feedback from an honest tweet, honestly. And I'm gonna pull it up here. Where is it? So the tweet goes as follows. Says here, hold on. It says here, I am building out channels in my Discord for the ladies scrims on Saturday. I love and value all people, and as a Christian, I believe God created people in his image as male and female. Genesis chapter 5 verses 1 and 2. Therefore, I will not be allowing trans players to participate. Now, I'm a big Jesus lover. I'm terrible at expressing it, and I'm not the best Christian out there. But if I had to choose between this or Jesus, then I would say Jesus 100%. And after that, it just blew up. This is like 2 days old, and I'm late to the party, and I'm just utterly upset with the entire community. And it's kind of hypocritical because this is an honest tweet for an honest event, and using just her, her honest self, saying, I want to do this for my community, and it's in her personal Discord. You know what I mean? In order for someone to be part of her Discord, they have to decide to become part of her community. Therefore, people that are outside of the community are just coming in and just attacking and all this other stuff. And I'm like, what's with the hate? Just because she's Christian? You know what I mean? And there are people who will be like, Halo is for everyone. Halo is for everyone. True. There's no doubt about it. Whatever race you are, whatever sex or gender you are, whatever age, whatever your capabilities or abilities are, if you like to play Halo, then you're totally for Halo. Halo is for everyone. But the thing is, this is an event this was a tweet that was taken out of hand and skewed and twisted because of the way people are. They have so much hate and anger in them that they decide to just say, oh, you know what? I have a problem with this person. And saying that they're Christian, I have a bigger problem. I mean? There is a hate against Christianity, and it is obvious that is true, because you'll see it in the streaming platforms out there. You'll see it on you even see it on Twitch, where people will pose as Christians and then they'll have like all this nasty content. You know what I mean? You see it on YouTube. They make content that is just absolutely hypocritical and very deceiving. They'll pose as Christians, and it just full of Christian hate. And it's shown in today's performances and whatnot. Like if you go to a concert, they'll dress up as the devil, or they'll have devil themed content around their concert, or like they'll have an insertion of something that implies Satanism or some sort of bad community or whatever. And it's honestly sickening, because like here we are trying to be honest to ourselves and being honest to God and all this other stuff. And then there's these people who would just say, oh, you know what? We don't like you being Christian. But the moment we start saying we don't like anything, people start getting upset. Why? Like, what is the deal with our opinion? What is the deal with our faith? And whenever I ask this question, it comes back saying Jesus is the reason. And this here actually helps me solidify my faith even further, saying that I'm gonna paraphrase here. Basically, what Jesus implies here is if the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. So I'm like, this cannot be further from the truth. That because she is making an event just for female, just for women, biological women, and through her own faith, some people can call it opinion, with their own opinion, with their own faith, she decided to just have a terms and conditions for this tournament that she's holding for her community, and it's ladies only. You know what I mean? And here is Twitter. Here is the entire world, basically, because now it's blowing up all over my Twitter feed. I don't even want to look at it anymore. But now it's gotten to a point where I have to make a video because it's just sickening on how stupid people can be whenever they take something out of context. And this is clearly taken out of context. Just this one tweet alone, if you look at the comments and everything, if you look at the people reacting, all this other stuff, it suddenly turned into hate. This is not hate speech. This is not anything that has to deal with hate speech. This has nothing to do with hate. This has nothing to do with some sort of negative bias or desire of these people not being existent. You know what I mean? It's just her own terms and conditions. Now, if this was like a worldwide tournament or something that's really international, then the sparks can fly. But even then, if we're gonna look at the biblical truth, if the international event wants to just have just male or just female in their thing, and they specify in the terms and condition that they're supposed to be biologically female or biologically male or whatever, then we have to comply to those rules, because even I myself have to comply to certain terms and conditions when joining a tournament. This thing called HCS, or Halo Championship Series, is supposed to be worldwide, but Asia, Southeast Asia, Japan, China, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia, India, Singapore, and all these other countries in the southeastern, in the Asian and the Southeast Asian regions, we are not allowed to join these kinds of tournaments. And it sucks, because as much as I want to be part of the HCS scene or become, be part of the tournament, whatever, whether I'm professional or not, it blocks me. But I accept that fact. I have to comply to those rules and conditions. But here we are on Twitter, someone making an honest small tournament, for their community, and the entire world gets mad about it. Why? It isn't because, it isn't because it isn't because that it's a female only or biological female only. It's because that she announced that she is Christian. That's what it is. You see in the comments that all these people are talking negatively about Christianity, and it's sickening. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. These people are no longer marginalized. Why do we say this? Because even the big top companies are saying that they're inclusive and all this other stuff. So what's the point of saying that you're marginalized when you're included in almost every single event? And let's not even get to the science, the science or the physiological or the biological things here. Okay? Men are dominating the world. And as nice as that may sound for some, it's weird, because you have the feminists, you have the LGBT who are hating on men, right? And they're saying that men should not be at the top of the the food chain or whatever, and yet they are allowing men, biological men, to enter their sports, enter their categories of competition, and they are the ones that are ranking at the top. At the end of the day, no matter what that person identifies as, biologically, that man has now taken over the industry. You see how hypocritical that is? You're saying you're fighting against the patriarchy, and you're letting the this patriarchy enter your field of what you want to have just for women. You know what I mean? There is a big mix-up in logic and understanding in all this. Look, my heart goes out to the LGBT and the trans community. I feel and I understand some of their pain trying to fit in, but let's not take this overboard and get mad just because someone wants to make a small event. I am a Christian, and I believe that God made man and woman to be male and female only. But if you disagree on that, I respect you. You're welcome to be here. But my problem isn't with the trans community or the LGBT. My problem here is the entire thing of this drama is circling this woman's faith. And I admire her. I commend her for her faith and her ability to stay in that faith, not bending to the knee of the voices here, but standing up for her faith and even stating that she is okay. She is okay with how this all turned out. So I am in no way hating or trying to direct or redirect some sort of hate to any person or any group of persons. No way. I have gay friends. I have people who are in the LGBTQ community, and I recognize them. I recognize them and I know them, and I associate myself with them. And they know that I am Christian, so they respect that. They respect what I believe in, and I respect what they believe in. Okay? I will speak the truth. I will speak the fact that that is not what it's meant to be, but I'm not going to hate on anybody about it. I'm not going to what you call this, to judge somebody on it. Nobody should be judging. That's for sure. Nobody should be judging in any way or any form, because we are all going to be judged when the time comes. And by that time, it'll be too late to accept Jesus into your life. It'll be too late for you to turn your life around and come to Jesus and come to the Lord and spend eternity with everyone in heaven. It'll be too late. But my point is if we can agree to disagree and respect each other on that, then we'd have a better place to live in. Right now, I'm pissed off with the whole entire drama because this woman of faith, this woman of God, lost basically her entire career overnight, all because she wanted to have an honest event and set up rules based on her honest faith. Why do people have to judge because of our faith? Is there some sort of oppression that I'm not aware of? Because right now, the trans community, the LGBT community are being included in almost everything. So much so that people are throwing up rainbows, like literally throwing it up because it's, you know, being forced down our throats. And I get it. You know, you want to be included. Everybody wants to be included. Everybody wants to be part of the conversation. Everybody wants to be part of something. And I get that. You know, I respect that. And I'm not going to like judge or chastise anybody for it. You know what I mean? But there's got to be a healthier way for us to do this. Not ruining someone's career over it. Someone who's totally innocent in trying to make an innocent event with honest faith, with good faith, and good faith in her community, and yet there's this whole backlash that's outside of her community, and people are hating her for it. Look, if anybody wants to support this woman of faith, and I know that a lot of my YouTube followers come from some sort of faith because all the videos that I've made in the past. If you guys are watching this, please support this woman of faith. I encourage you. This is a time when we Christians have to kind of band together and be more expressive of our faith, because it is scary. If you think about it, it is scary. As an individual who has thousands of followers, and then all of a sudden loses almost everything overnight because of one thing, that is scary. But I don't think this is the last of her, because I know God has great things in store for her. This is just a speed bump along her way. So check her out. Her name is MagickMoonshot. Her link is in the description below. Support her channel. Check her out. And if anybody has any reason to debate or argue, I mean, the comment section is down there. But to be honest, I don't want to argue. To debate seems senseless. You know what I mean? And if you have any hate to direct, that would not be entertained. Like, if you're going to come up on my comment section and say the F word and hate and all this, this, and that, well then, I think you might need help, because this video is not meant to start a fight or an argument. This is just to be my little rant, because I am bothered with my Twitter feed. That's basically the premise of this video. I'm pissed off with the drama. You know what I mean? And like, to be honest, she's like this woman here, she is just like become a face of the HCS competitions, and all because she wanted to have her own little small competition. It blows up all over, and yeah, it's all over. But again, like I said, it's not going to be the end for her. I feel like, you know, God is going to do something in her life, and I believe in good faith that something's going to come out of it, and even be more rewarding than what she's got right now. But right now, for my YouTube followers, if you guys are still watching this, I encourage you to check out her Twitch, support her, check out her streams, and just, you know, let's just kind of walk each other in faith. Number one, because Jesus said, for if there are two or more gathered in my name, I am among you. Let's kind of practice that. Not only physical, not only at church, not only on our weekly Bible studies or whatever we have, but even on the internet. There are Christians out there who need our assistance, and whether we're gathered in physical, in physically, or if we're gathered virtually, Jesus, God, will be among us. And so we have to practice this. It is tiring to walk our lives on the internet and find all this non-Christian content and be sooner or later become part of it. So no, I'm tired of this. I'm sickened by all this drama. I mean, sure, if you wanted to be inclusive, that's totally fine. You know what I mean? And like, even if I were to hold my own tournament, I don't care who joins it. You know what I mean? Unless I set certain parameters. But like Moonshot, all she wanted to do is have an all-female, all-biological woman tournament. And then the world blows up. Like, an all-female is not inclusive. You know what I mean? That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being non-inclusive. Because that's the rules that she set up. It's like when you enter a building and you want to go to the men's restroom, but you're a woman, you can't do that. Vice versa. If you're a man and you want to go to the female, if you want to go to the women's room, women's bathroom, or comfort room, whatever you want to call it, you can't do that. Because it is non-inclusive. Now, if there's a place that has a all gender or all sex bathroom just for whoever wants to go in there, then totally fine. But the thing is, most establishments will have either A or B, and that's it. Whether you're male or female, that's it. If you're a male, you cannot enter the female bathroom. If you're a female, you cannot enter the male bathroom. It's plain and simple. How are people getting this so mixed up? It's tiring. It's tiring to just to explain the simplest thing. Like I'm here in the Philippines, right? I'm in the Philippines. Philippines has one of the biggest and gayest populations in the world. And yet even the gays, whether they're lesbian or they're male gay, or I don't know what you call them, they go to their own bathrooms. They go to the male or female. They know the difference. Why are Americans fucking it up? It's bothersome. It's bothersome. So we can agree to disagree. Respect that. Okay? But if there's when it comes to male or female, we just have to accept it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know a better way to explain it. I'm not a very intellectual way. I'm not an intellect. My God, you can see it by just me stuttering here. I'm having a stroke. I am not the best person to have an intellectual discussion with, and I admit that, because there are people who are much better in explaining and articulating their words, and we can come to the same point of view. It's just that they have a better way in wording it. And yet they'll sound like, they'll sound smarter, they'll sound more convincing or whatever. And here I am sounding like an arsehole, just, ranting on. And that's all this video is. It's just a ranting because I'm annoyed on my Twitter feed. That's all it is. If you're going to get pissed off and want to talk in the comment section, you will not be entertained. Sure, your comments will be there, but I won't entertain it. No way. Because I'm not here to put up hate. I put this up because I'm annoyed. That's simple as that. I don't know what else to say, man. MagickMoonshot, if you somehow come across this video, I commend you for your faith. God loves you, and I know that you will continue walking in your good faith with the Lord. And I pray and I hope that He will reveal to you greater and better things than what you have now. Whatever partners that have dropped you, whatever affiliations that you have lost, God's going to give you so much better. I believe that in good faith. And even though I am annoyed of my Twitter feed and all this drama, reading your tweets here, it has put my faith up a little bit and helps me solidify my faith in God, solidify my faith with Jesus and the Holy Spirit a little bit more. Anyway, that's basically it. There's no editing here. It's just completely raw footage here. So I'm not going to add music or whatever. If you have something to say in the comments, go ahead. If it's hateful, I won't entertain it. If it's something you want to debate about, well, I'll probably dibble and dabble there. But, I've already put everything I put here. If there's anything more that I should add, well, when I feel like it, I'll probably put a comment up. But, the world's a scary place.